Yes, so next our concept, we will see about the next concept. That next concept is our next concept is checkboxes. Okay, yes, let us see the checkboxes. So already we have learned this checkboxes concept in your applet. Once again we are learning the same control in your swing components, swing topics. Let us see checkboxes. The J checkboxes class, which provides the functionality of a checkboxes, is a concrete implementation of abstract button. Okay, if you are using the J checkbox class, which provides the functionality of a checkbox. Okay, so let us see checkboxes. The J checkbox class, which provides the functionality of checkbox. If you are using the checkboxes, means if you are writing the code for checkboxes in your swing program, means you are inheriting those concepts from J checkbox class. Okay, so it is the concrete implementation of abstract button. So also you are implementing these checkboxes by using abstract button. Its immediate superclass is JToggle button. If you observe here, its immediate superclass is JToggle button. So its immediate class is JToggle button. Okay, so as we know, what is the toggle button? Toggle buttons means multiple options, which provides the supports for two state buttons. Some of its constructors are shown here. So toggle buttons are acting as two state buttons. It may be either on or off. Okay, so here if you are using checkboxes classes, these are the constructor we are going to be following. J checkbox icon I. So here with one checkbox with image will be appear. One checkbox with image will be appear. J checkbox icon I comma boolean state. So here checkbox with icon and also boolean state. If your boolean state is true, then a check mark will be appear. If the boolean state is false, then check mark is disappear. Okay, J checkbox string s. So here the checkbox is appear with text. Next, J checkbox string s comma boolean state. Here string your string is also appearing as well as a boolean state. So boolean state means you can decide whether it is checkable or not checkable. Okay, whether it is checked or unchecked by specifying the state. Next constructor is J checkbox string s comma icon I. Here you can specify the string as well as icon. You can place in your checkbox as a text as well as images. Okay, and last constructor is the string s comma icon I comma boolean state. So here also you are specifying the string as well as a image as well as state. The state you are specifying, that is for either true or false. Here I use the icon for the button. Text is specified by S. If state is true, the checkbox is initially selected. If state is true, then checkbox is initially selected, otherwise it is not. Let us see. The state of the checkbox can be changed through the following method. If you want to change the state of the checkbox, you can use the following method. What is the following method? Void set selected of a boolean state. Void set selected of boolean state. So by using this set selected, you can set the state of your checkboxes. Okay, here status is true if the checkbox should be checked. Okay, if you want to specify the state as true, state as checked, then you have to specify the value as true. When a checkbox is selected or deselected, an item is generated. As we know, when you selected or deselected of your checkbox, some of the events are generated. To handle these events, item state changed method will be used. Okay, inside the item state changed, the get item method gets the checkbox object that generates the event. Inside the item state changed, we are using the get item method. It gets the checkbox object that generates the event. Whatever the generated event, if you want to observe, then you have to use get item method, which are present in item state changed method. Okay, get yes. Now the get text method gets the text for the checkbox and it uses to set the text inside the text field. By using the get text method, you can access the text of the checkbox and also you can set the text inside the text field. You can, whatever the text you are accessing from the checkbox, you can set it to the text field. Okay, so let us see how we can able to do that. So please give the more attention on these programs. These programs are very very important. So import java.awt.star, import java.awt.event.star, import javax.swing. These are the packages compulsory, and now you are writing the applet code win comment lines. This is also very very essential. If you don't write, then it won't execute. Okay, applet code is equal to jcheckbox demo. So the name of the class is jcheckbox demo. Now I'm writing the class public class jcheckbox demo extends japplet implements item listeners. It is inheriting the japplet concept, and it also implements item listeners, means it is generating some event handlers. Okay, now I am declaring one text field. What is the name of the text box object, text field object? Please observe here, whenever you are taking the object, j, t and f should be capital in j text field. Okay, I am declaring the j text field object, that is jtf. Next you are making the public void init initialization method, and here you are taking the content pane. Content pane is equal to get content pane. What is the container object? Get content pane. What is the container object? Content pane. So what is the purpose of this container object? To hold the components, to hold the components in the container, right? And next you are setting the layout of content pane. Content pane dot set layout, you are taking the new flow layout. Content pane dot set layout, new flow layout. Okay, and now you are writing you are taking image icon object, so your first image icon object name is normal. You are passing one normal gif, and you are taking one more image icon object rollover, and you are taking one more image address rollover.gif. You are creating, right? You are creating one more new image icon object, that is selected, and new image icon is selected.gif. It has to be displayed. Okay, and next you are creating the checkbox object, jcheckbox, jcb. Okay, jcb should be capital in jcheckbox, and the name of the object of a jcheckbox is a cb. You are creating, and while creating you are giving it as a c comma normal. So c is the text and normal is the string, your image you are passing to that checkbox. Okay, next cb dot set rollover icon, you are setting rollover icon. Okay, set rollover icon, rollover icon you are setting to that checkbox. cb dot set selected icon, selected. So here once again selected the selected icon as selected icon. Next cb dot add item listener, whenever you click some of item selected event are generated. So to capture that item selected events we are using this, right? cb dot add item listener of this. Next content pane dot add cb. If you are adding cb checkbox, in that checkbox you are adding checkbox with a c and normal image, and also rollover you are setting, selected is the setting. Whenever you click on that, whenever you select that checkbox, some event handlers will be executed. Okay, so you have added one checkbox. Now one more checkbox you are creating. So cb is equal to new j checkbox of c++, normal gif image is appearing, rollover selected, and add item listener of this. You are doing the same thing, content pane, add cb. Okay, cb is equal to new checkbox. We are creating one more checkbox with java as a string, and normal image here is appearing. Set rollover icon you are setting as a rollover, set selected icon as a selected, cb dot add item listener of this. Okay, and next you are adding that checkbox to your container. Next you are creating one more checkbox, that is perl, and normal image, rollover selected, and this. Whenever you selected that checkbox, some events will be generated, and once again you are adding. Now you are creating the j text field. Okay, j text field object with the column as 15, and once again you are adding that jtf to your container. jtf you are adding to the container, right? And next what you are doing here, you are generating some item listeners. So if you want to generate item listeners, you have to implement the code by using this method. Public void item state changed method is used. Public void item state changed method is used. Item event ie, here you are specifying item event ie, and j checkbox cb is equal to j checkbox. whenever you selected any checkbox, please observe here j checkbox of cv is equal to j checkbox of ie dot get item. So by using this get item, it will capture the text, it will access the text present in your checkbox, and it will be stored in this object. Okay, and next what you are doing, jtf is your text field. jtf dot set text, what you are setting in the text box field, you are setting your checkbox dot get text, whatever the you are accessed here, you are displaying the value. Okay, so if you run this program, it will appear as a c++, java and parallel. If you click on java, the text is a get item and it will be displayed in your text field. So likewise it will be evaluated. Okay, so let me copy, but here the images are not displayed, but you will get one idea. Okay, let me explain this. Take new file, paste it. Here the images won't appear. Okay, but at least a checkbox will be appear, and whatever the content we have provided will be appear. Yes, now how to save j checkbox demo. Copy it and go to the file, save and paste .java, and ensure you are saving in right folder. Save it and come to the editor and compile it. Java c j checkbox demo.java. Now run it. Applet give a jcheckbox demo.java. So whenever you run, it is appearing, right? So here the checkboxes has not appeared. This is because of higher version. If you are using the lower version operating system, then it will display properly. Okay, please observe here the text is appearing. Whenever I am clicking this, it will execute. Okay, yes. Okay, and now our next concept is list box concept. Okay, list box concept, once again we are explaining this list box concept. Let us see, if you are implement the list box concept in Swings, you have to use the JList class. It supports the selection of one or more item from a list. By using this class, you can select one or more items. Although the list often consists of strings, it is possible to create a list of just about any object that can be displayed. So oftenly it holds a list of strings. Besides this, you can also place the objects. In the JList control, you can place a set of objects. Let's have object also it can hold. Okay, JList provides several constructors. The one used here is, if you observe, the syntax of JList is having various syntax, but here one we are using to hold the list of objects. Okay, so JList object of items, here we are holding array of objects to hold the set of items. This create a JList that contains the item in the array specified by items. Okay, array of objects, array of items, it will be hold. Okay, JList is based on two models. If you observe here, the JList will come in two models. The first is the list model. The interface define how access to the list data is achieved. Here it will come in two model. First one is the list model. This interface defines how the list data is achieved. Okay, accessed. The second model is a list selection model interface, which defines the method that determine what list items are selected. By using the second model, you are already selected items will be displayed. Okay, yes. Although a JList will work properly by itself, most of the time you will wrap a JList inside a JScroll pen. If you are using the JList properly, most of the time this JList will be placed in JScroll pen. Why we have to use JScroll pen? Scroll bar. Scroll pen means scroll bars. Okay, so without using this JScroll pen, whenever the number of item is increased in your control, then we have to navigate. To navigate that area, then we must use scroll bars, right? Hence, this JList will be wrapped. Wrapping means placing. Where we are placing? in J scroll path. This way, long list will automatically be scrollable, which simplify GUI designs. So hence your long list will be automatically scrollable, and it shows a good graphical user interface design. A JList generates a list selection event. If you are executing any events, then JList is used list selection event when the user makes or changes a selection. It is happens when the user makes a selection or changes a selection. This event is also generated when the user deselects an item. So selection and deselection of items in the list box causes a list selection event, and it can be handled and implemented by the list selection listeners. How we can implement list selection listeners? Okay, if you want to execute this list selection listeners, you must implement list selection event. This listeners specify only one method called value changed method. So if you want to specify this list selection listeners, if you want to generate any events related to the JList box, then you are going to be implementing the method called value change method of your listeners. Okay, so here it is a syntax: public void value changed list selection event, list selection event LE. LE is the object. By using that LE reference object, you are accessing the items in the JList control. Okay, by default a JList allows the user to select multiple range of items. By using this JList, you can select multiple range of items within the list. Okay, within the list you can able to select more than one items, but you can change this behavior by calling set selection mode. So you can also make the changes of these by calling set selection mode. Okay, by using this set selection mode, you can able to select more than one items which is defined by the list. Here set selection mode int mode is there. By specifying the int mode, you can select more than one item in the list box. Okay, here mode specify the selection mode. It must be one of these values defined by list selection model. Single selection, you can select the single interval selection, maybe one after another, and multiple interval selection, you can select more than one. You can obtain the index of the first item selected, which is also by the index of the only selected item when using single selection mode. So if you are using the single selection mode, then you can select the index of the item. As we know, the list box index starts at 0 and ends at n-1, right? So you can access that item by calling the index also. If you want to call that index by using get selected index method, by accessing get selected index method. Here the int get selected index begins at 0. So if the first item is selected, the method will return 0. If no item is selected, it will return -1. Instead of obtaining the index of a selection, you can obtain the value associated with the selection by calling get selected value. By using the name of the item you want to select, then you have to call the method called get selected value method. By using this get selected value method, you can access the name of the item. Okay, it returns a reference to the first selected value. If no value has been selected, it will return null. Okay, if first selected value is selected, it will refer that value. If it is not referred, then it will return null. Got it? By using get selected index, you are accessing the name of the item in that location. By using the get selected value, you are accessing the value of the item, okay, in which location, particular location. Yes. To understand this concept, let us see this program carefully. Import javax.swing, import javax.swing.event, import java.awt.star, awt.event.star. So it is a javax program, swings program. So you have to write this command line within a applet code. Here your code attribute you are supplying the value as class name. Public class JList demo. So what is the name of the class? JList demo extends applet. First you are declaring the object. What is the object you are declaring? JList object. So JList object JList. JLabel object is JLab, JScrollPan object is JSCRLP. Right. Now you are declaring string of array variable. What is the name of array variable? Cities. In the 0th location New York, first location Chicago, second location Austin, Denver, Los Angeles, and so on, Sydney. So what is the length? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Total 12 items has been 12 values are stored in your string variable. Okay, so what are the object we are declared here? JList object, JLabel object, JScrollPan object. What is the name of a JList? JList, JLabel, JLab, JScrollPan, JSCRLP. Okay, now public void init initialization method. Now you are writing try catch block. Now you are seeing these some of the built-in methods. Swing utilities dot invoke and wait. Please observe here, this is a built-in method. Here it starts and it will be ends somewhere else. This is a thing you should be very notifiable. Okay, swing utilities dot invoke and wait. Swing utilities dot invoke and wait. And here passing the argument as new runnable, and here you are starting. This is the new runnable. These are the built-in methods. By using these built-in methods, you are calling the thread to run. Public void run method, public void run method, and in the public void run method, you are calling make GUI. This is the method you are calling. This is the make GUI. It is a graphical user interface we have to define. So we are calling this, and here this method will ends, and here this method will ends, and here this parameter will close. Please observe here, this is a very important topic. One of a question is there, it will come later. If any mistake is happened, it will be catched with the catch block and it will be displayed. Now you are calling make GUI, right? We are implementing that make GUI method. Private void make GUI, private void make GUI. Here we are setting the layout, flow layout. Now I am creating the JList box. JList is equal to new JList of cities. So it is the name is the cities. And next please observe here JList dot set selection mode. I am setting the selection mode of a JList box. Here list selection mode dot single selection. You can select only one item. Okay, JList dot set selection mode, list selection model dot single selection, list selection model dot single selection. You are selecting one single item. Okay, J scroll pan, we are creating now J scroll pan, and you are passing JList. So you are creating the cities. So list cities consist of this much of items. These items will be added in your list box, and in these items you can select only one single city as one item, and you are adding to the scroll pan. Okay, to scroll pan to this list box. If you add the scroll pan to this list box, scroll bar will be appear. And now scroll pan dot set preferred size, you are specifying the size of your scroll pan, that is 120,90, and where the 120,90 is specified at that location, your scroll bar will be appear. Okay, JLab, now JLabel we are creating. Here the label will be choose a city. While creating, we are supplying the value. This value will be displayed as the text appearing on your content page. Okay, JList dot add list selection listeners. So whenever you select some selection listeners, new list selection listeners will be called. Here it will be started and it will be end here. Now public void value changed, public void value changed. So this method will be evaluate. Already we have told here. So if you are using this value changed event handler will be happened because of this list listener, add list selection listeners. Okay, so you are calling here, and here it is starting, it is not closed. Please observe here, here it is opening, public void value changed, public void value changed, list selection event LE. Here you are taking int idx is equal to JList dot get selected index. Int idx is equal to JList dot get selected index. Whatever the value you are selecting, in that value it will be access the location of that value, and it will be stored in IDX. If IDX is not equal to -1, current selection is, it will display cities of this location. Okay, in this location which cities exist, that will be displayed. That will be where it will be displayed, in your label, in your label. Okay, here now it is selected as New Delhi, it will be showed as, in the label it is showing as New Delhi. Okay, that you are setting. Else JLabel.set select choose a city, otherwise it will come as choose a city. So please observe, here somewhere else it is started and it is ended, and here it is also started and here it is ended. The method is ending here. This is nothing but an unanimous inner classes. Okay, sorry, anonymous classes, or some topic is there, anonymous classes, we will see now. Now afterwards you are adding this JScrollPan. JScrollPan consists of list box. List box consists of list of items, and everything you are adding to your container. Okay, content page. And add JLab, you are adding label to your, you are adding your label to your web browser. Okay, let me see whether it will work or not. Let me copy this. I'm copying, take the new file and paste it. Copy it, paste it, copy it, paste it. Yes, now save it. What is the name of the class? JList demo. Okay, copy, file, save. Dot Java is compulsory, and ensure that you are storing in JDK, right? I'm compiling javac jlist demo.java. Now running applet viva jlist demo.java. So whenever I'm running, I'm ensuring that yes, I'm ensuring that, okay, yes, please observe here it is, I'm hoping so it is displaying now. In 0th location New York, first location Chicago, second location Austin, third location Denver, Los Angeles, right? Likewise it has been selected, stored, and the scroll bar is added. In the scroll bar you are added this JList box. JList box you are added these array of items. Whatever the items you have added, it will be displayed here, right? Yes, suppose if I click the Hong Kong or Austin, it will be displayed. So it is captured because of this item selected, list item selected, value changed, event handlers. Okay, yes, value changed, you have written the code what it has to supposed to do. Okay, so this is your list box control. Hope you have understand this control. We will meet in next class. See you.